It's good. It's very good. It's actually ridiculous how insane it actually is. I'm not even gonna set it up how I set up a regular video and like do a full review. And just look at these photos I've already used this tool on. They're all vertical photos that I posted on Instagram, but they all kind of were shot vertically. 1 click, 2 click, 3 click. This is where we ended up with it. This whole video is me continue to explore with this tool. Let's see what we can make. Yeah, let's just get into it. Let's go with it. The one thing that I feel like needs to be covered is how to even get this tool. I thought it was just gonna be an update to the actual Photoshop application, but for the time being, you kind of have to open your Creative Cloud, and there you're going to just see Adobe Photoshop beta application. So you're gonna want to download that physical application. It's going to be separate from your actual Photoshop 2023 application. And from there, once it's downloaded, now when you open it up, the first thing that comes out that is that Generative Fill tool. From there, that's how you're able to use this tool. Sweet. What I have been playing around with already has been this self-portrait of me. I've been seeing videos of people changing like clothing and stuff like that on their subject. So I wanted to see how well it could do that. To be honest, it looks pretty real. Holy bro. And a little bit, maybe the neck is a little thick because they interpreted the turtleneck for it to be that thick. It looks really good. So this is the before and after for that. That's actually insane. So the reason why this photo is in vertical is because the backdrop didn't expand that much, the one that we use in our studio. I had to cut it down. Where my feet, you can see it at the bottom a little bit. That's where the backdrop kind of stopped. I dragged the crop tool and tried to expand the rest of the background with the Generative Fill, and it came up with this. It's so smooth and it looks legit. Yeah, oh my goodness. Okay, let's expand the bottom and boom, wow. So this is where I'm at with this photo. The only other thing I wanted to test out to see, expand it to the right side. And I'm not putting any prompt into it. I'm just saying, let's generate and see what it comes up with. Yo, okay, so option 1, that already looks smooth enough. I think I'm in between option 1 and option 3. Just like that, it was able to switch my shirt. It was able to expand it to the right, expand the bottom even more, and even expand the left side. Damn. Before, when you do this type of thing, like I'll put up a picture example of this photo of me standing up. I did this manually. So I made like this psych endless white wall like manually in Photoshop. With cloning, with trying to replicate the background, expanding. It's a lot easier with a white background, but this is, let's move on. I can't sit. Let's move on to the next photo. All right, so the next photo I kind of brought into is my photo of New York City. So let's expand it to the left with the crop tool. First one's, I don't know what's going on here in the left side all the way. Option 2 looks a lot more realistic. I can't even remember what the other buildings from like left side look like. So it could be this. It could honestly be that. But all right, cool. We're keeping option 2. Now let's try to expand it to the other side. It just looks a little blocky, a little too generated. So I don't like that first option. The second one is cool. It's just losing it here in this area. Let's regenerate this one. See what happens. I don't like any of the options I came up with. The first option already for the second generate is a lot better. Not perfect, especially right here, but it's a lot better. I think the third one is the winner. I think we're going with that. Last one for this image. I just want to expand on it on the bottom. See what happens. I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much fun. My ideas for what I can use this tool for is a million ideas are running through my mind of what I can use. What I could have used it in the past too. I'm kind of mad that we didn't have this in the past. Okay, if it didn't mess up here in the bottom, I would say it would have been good. We were regenerating it again one more time, another round of 3, because I didn't really like the 3 it generated. I think the most realistic one was the second variation of the first 3. I think that's the one I like the most because it also matches like the sun beaming through the buildings, and the time. Last one, we're gonna expand the top and see what happens. In the end, this is what we came up with. We started with this photo, expanded the right side, expanded the left side, expanded the bottom, then expanded the top as well, and turned it into this. A little bit kind of rough around the edges, but it did a really good job. It really expanded the city. If I took this photo in a different lens, would look like, damn, 2 for 2. I mean, well, 5 for 5 if you count the 3 photos before, but let's keep going. Let's keep going with this. I'm having too much fun. So the next photo is the traditional lookup shot whenever you're in a big city that you do. Not the best, not my best or my favorite, because I just couldn't get the right positioning. So the first thing I definitely want to do, I want to try to bring in more of those buildings. So I'm going to expand it to the top. Ooh, damn, yo, the first version is clean. Wow. Already, it's the smoothest and the cleanest. I don't see any rough edges. It got the clouds and the building like correct. All right, cool. Let's just expand it as much as we can. So let's do the right side now. Ooh, the first one's already good. So we're going with option 3. Option 3 looks the most realistic. All right, cool. Let's expand the left side. Oh, I'm losing my job as a photographer. Every day, every minute, new AI tools come out. I'm just losing my job. Nah, I'm kidding. I think it's just really cool. Let's expand it to the bottom. Just a little bit more. Okay, perfect. So this is what we're going with. We're going with that, the last version of the 6. So finally, for the last bit I want to do, I'm going to select the middle of this and do the traditional plane. If this comes out perfect, there's no need to physically throw a plane in there if it wasn't like in past photos that didn't have a plane there, but I felt like a plane would complete the photo, so I added it in Photoshop. Sorry, bear or bad news. If there's a plane in the photo, most time than not, it's photoshopped in there. Photographers are trying to do this look up and try to catch a plane there. Most of the time, it's gonna be photoshopped. Yo, that third option looks too realistic. Gosh, I can go even further and make even more adjustments, like add curves to the top to make everything blend in even a lot more, so you don't really see the errors it does. A photo filter to make everything seem a little bit more unit, and boom. We start with this. Got the top right, got the right side, expanded the buildings, did this, did that to it, and added an airplane in the middle of it, and ended up with this photo. Plane in general, just like this, is insane. This shit powerful, man. All right, cool. Yeah, that's this photo. For now, this is the last photo we're gonna look at. We're gonna use this tool for. It's of this woman when I was in Munich, Germany, and it's in her shop. Let's expand it to the top. I think we're gonna go with the third one. The third one kind of just makes it the most realistic. I just didn't know what was going on with the rest. How about the bottom now? I mean, that's pretty cool. It seems like pretty wrapped up. Out of focus, it doesn't have to be perfect, and it can be anything. Oh, that's, I feel like that's perfect. Let's see number 3 of the generated. Oh, damn. Why are these so good? I think that's even better. I'm like torn between option 2 and option 3 of the second round of generation. I feel like that's garlic and different things. Yeah, I'm going with that one. I think this is a good place to stop with this photo, unless we get like specific prompts. This is where it started to expanding it on the top and the bottom. This is insane. I mean, these are the before and after, so every single picture that's in this video that I did using this tool. When I was watching all these videos and everyone talking about this tool, in my mind, I'm like, how good could it actually be? Before I even like give into the hype to something, I always want to test it out for myself. Here we are now. Like I said in the beginning, it's good. It's very good, especially for being a beta. Before, when I thought about photography, there's 2 areas where I felt like you fell into. Realistic photography, where you maybe do tweaks here and there to the color grading and to the overall color of the image, but you don't alter it at all, essentially in Photoshop. And then more fantasy-based photographers, heavily into Photoshop, that kind of really love to alter and build fantasies with their photos. I don't know where that line is no more. I know I'm going to be using this tool moving forward. Yes, I fall more under like the physical documentary kind of style and things like that. I don't heavily alter images that much in Photoshop. Yes, I add a plane here and there. We all do. Don't matter. Don't come for me for that. I add a plane here and there to my images. 90% of my work I don't alter that much, other than like the colors, the overall colors and things like that. This is crazy. The only thing I can say is it's about to be fun. These AI tools are blowing my mind and things like that, and I'm very, very excited moving forward. This is more of just like all over the place video, more of a reaction type video, an experience video. It's not put together like my other videos, but I hope you still enjoyed it. Going through this tool together. But yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe, always do what you love, and peace.
Thank you.